She just let go. That's it. Feel the weight of the day melting away, like autumn leaves drifting to the forest floor. Gentle, slow, effortless. Breathe in, pause, and out, pause. Deeper now, let your eyelids grow heavy, as if the night itself is tucking you in. Around you, the world softens. The air hums with warmth. Perhaps you hear the distant crackle of a hearth, or the sigh of wind through ancient trees. Wherever you are, you're safe, you're still, and our story today begins. Voice like a whisper with rhythmic cadence. Once, in a time when stories were carried on the wind, and songs were woven into the very fabric of the night, there wandered a bard with a lute older than memory. His name, lost like the notes he played. But his music, his music was a lullaby for the weary. Pause. Tonight, he sits by a fire, its embers pulsing like distant stars. Each spark a tiny story, flickering, fading, returning. His fingers brush the strings, softly mimic lute plucking, and the sound is like a secret, half-remembered, a melody your soul knows. But your mind has forgotten, slower now. The strings hum, not loud, but deep, as if the lute itself is breathing. Pause. Can you hear it? The notes curling like smoke into the velvet dark around him. The forest listens, leaves rustling in approval. Rustling sound effect with voice. The wind carries the tune onward. Over hills, through sleeping villages, where dreams stir in time with the rhythm. Gentle, you're there now, aren't you? Sitting cross-legged on a worn wool blanket, the fire's warmth kissing your cheeks, the scent of pine and honeyed mead lingering. The bard smiles, his eyes closed, as if the music plays him, and between the notes. You hear it, pause, the spaces between the sounds, where silence sings sweeter than any word. Quieter, his song has no end, because it was never truly begun, just passed down, broken, mended, like a patchwork of echoes. And as you listen, slow fade, your thoughts unravel, thread by thread, until there's only the lute, the fire, and the endless stardusted sky. Long pause, breathe, and let the story carry you deeper, deeper. As the last note fades, the fire answers. Pause. Not with words, but with light. A single ember floats upward, dancing, spinning as if caught in an invisible current. And where it hovers, the air shimmers softly, like heat over summer fields. The bard watches, his fingers still on the lute. Pause. Because this is how the old stories say magic begins. Not with thunder, not with flashes, but with a pause. A held breath, a moment when the world forgets to turn. Lower, and in that pause, whisper, the ember pulses, once, twice. And then, soft gasp, it bursts, but not into flame, into wonder. Color, tendrils of gold, blue as deep as twilight, violet like the edge of a dream. They twist, weave, until, pause, a shape forms. Slowly a door, not of wood, not of iron, but of memory. The bard's breath catches because he knows. Whisper, this is the door of forgotten melodies. Pause, let the listener imagine. Legends say, behind it sleep all the songs ever lost. Lullabies hummed by mothers whose names turned to dust. Ballads sung for kings whose castles crumbled to wildflowers. Quieter, and the door is unlocked. The fire dims, the forest holds its breath. Even the wind stills. Hypnotic, will he open it? Will you? Long pause, then softer, maybe not tonight, because some mysteries are softer when left untouched, like a shadow never stepped on, a letter never opened. The bard exhales, sound of breath, and plucks a single string. Mimic lute. The door shivers, dissolves into sparks, and the night returns. Just the fire, just the trees. Just the waiting. The bard's next note lingers longer than it should, as if the very air is reluctant to let it go. And then soft gasp. Something answers. Not from the fire this time, but from the trees. A sigh no, a harmony. Deep and low, like the earth itself is humming pause. Can you feel it? The vibration through your solace? Up your spine? As if you've become part of the forest's pulse? Lower secretive, the bard doesn't stop playing but his eyes widen. Because this is why he wanders. For these rare moments when the world sings back. Pause, let the listener feel the resonance. The oak's voice is the deepest. Its roots remembering tunes from when mountains were young. The birches is lighter playful like a child's laugh caught in a sunbeam and the willow softly. Oh, the willow's song is the saddest full of goodbyes of rivers that changed course, of hands it will never feel again. Hypnotic repetition, the more you listen, the more you feel. The music isn't just around you now, it's in you, your heartbeat. Slowing, matching. The rhythm of the bard's lute, pause, the trees. Pause, the stars. Wonder, above, the constellations seem to sway. Orion's belt loosens, the Great Bear curls closer, as if the sky too is leaning down to listen, Voice fades halfway through, and you realize, this song. It's not just being played, it's being remembered, by the world. For you, as the trees hum their ancient harmonies, something shifts in the bard's playing, pause. The melody, it wavers. Just for a breath, as if his fingers have stumbled upon a memory buried deep in the wood of the lute itself. Softly, do you feel it? That slight catch in the music. Like when you walk through a doorway and suddenly recall a dream from years ago. The fire dims, the forest leans closer. Slower now, because the song, it's changing, becoming something, older. Pause to 5 seconds of silence when the bard next plucks the strings, mimic lute notes. The sound is different, heavier, These are his notes now. The ones he thought he'd forgotten. Voice breaks slightly. The first one tastes like his mother's bread, warm from the oven on a winter morning. The second smells like the lavender fields below his childhood home, where he'd lie watching clouds become dragons, And the third, whisper. The third sounds like her laughter. The woman who once kissed his hands and called them magic, before the wars came, before the roads claimed him. Long pause, the trees have gone silent. Even the fire holds its breath, because this isn't just music anymore, It's a soul, unfolding, Softest whisper, and perhaps, without realizing, your memories begin to surface too, That summer afternoon when the light was just so, the son of someone you loved before you knew about goodbyes, Hypnotic, let them come, pause. Like leaves floating to the surface of a still pond, There's no need to hold them, or push them away, just, Watch them drift, pause. As the bard's lute strings tremble, voice fades, and in this moment, you understand why some songs are forgotten, not because they weren't beautiful. A single tear falls onto the lute's soundbo air, pause. It glistens for a moment in the firelight, before sinking into the wood grain, joining centuries of other unshed tears, other forgotten stories. Lower, the bard feels it happen before he hears it. Crack sound effect with voice, a hairline fracture, winding through the lute's spruce belly like a tiny lightning bolt, Pause to 8 seconds of silence. He should stop playing. Whisper, but some songs, once begun, demand to be finished. His next chord comes out, change, pause. The fracture hums with its own resonance, turning each note into a duet. The pure tone, and its shadow. Softly, can you hear the difference? How every melody now carries its own echo. Like a man and his ghost walking the same path. The trees shudder, rustling sound. Their roots feel it first. This is no ordinary song, this is a threshold. Slower, with each measure, the crack grows, not destroying, but transforming. The lute's hollow body begins, pause. To bloom, tiny green tendrils unfurl from the fractured, But staff lines, musical notation made living. Wonder. The strings now pass through leaves that vibrate with their own perfect pitch. Pause, let listener imagine, and the song, it's writing itself. In real-time, notes sprout like new leaves, Rests become spaces where fireflies pause to rest. Hypnotic, you realize, this isn't just happening in the story anymore, The cracks in your life, the fractures you've tried to hide, Softest whisper, they're singing too. Aren't they? Let them, long silence, the bard's hands. They're not his own anymore, they're the wind's. The earth's single quotes as yours. The lute's wooden body, pause, grows warm, then warmer, not with heat, but with life. Those green musical tendrils, they spiral upward, cradling the bard's weathered hands, pause, not to stop him, but to guide him. Softly, his spinal cord, it isn't played, it's breathed. Sound of gentle exhale, and in that breath, pause. The lute unfurls. The soundboard becomes petals, the strings. Roots reaching downward, the tuning pegs, Buds glistening with dew not yet fallen. Awe-filled whisper, before you know. Where once sat a broken instrument, stands a sapling. Its leaves trembling with the afterglow of music, Pause to 10 seconds of rustling leaf sound. The fireflies, wondrous. They settle on its branches, each carrying a single note from the song, Their light, it pulses in perfect rhythm. Slower now, you watch as one, then another lifts away, tiring their notes. Pause. To the child struggling to sleep in a nearby village. To the old sailor staring at the stars, remembering, To the wounded soldier who forgot what peace sounds like. Hypnotic, and one, pause comes to you, it hovers. Just beyond your closed eyelids. Softest whisper, you don't need to name the note it carries. Just let it, pause. Find its way home. Long silence to 15 seconds. The bard, he's smiling, though tears streak his face. He presses a hand to the sapling's trunk. Rustling leaf sound. And from somewhere deep within the wood, comes an answering vibration, not goodbye, Final whisper, just, until, Perhaps, pause. You wonder what became of the bard, The truth is, pause. When morning came, there was no sapling, pause, no lute, just a circle of mushrooms, glowing faintly where the fire had been. And if you pressed your ear to the ground there, pause, on certain nights, you might hear long pause, not a song, but the memory of one, like an echo, of a sigh. The glowing mushrooms, inhale, they pulse. Opening parenthesis, exhale, closing parenthesis, in perfect time with your heartbeat now. Each cap holds a tiny, pause, version of this story, this one. Softer, tells of when the bard was a child hearing the lute for the first time. This one, softer still. Remembers when the tree that would become the lute was just an acorn. And this one, barely audible. Tells of tonight, of you listening, Pause to 12 seconds of cricket sounds, the mycelium threads beneath your feet. They're humming pause. The next story the one where voice begins to mirror part one again. A wandering bard strums a lute by the fire, playing a tune no one remembers. Long before it was wood, before it was lute before it was tree pause. There was an acorn. Sound of a tiny drop hitting water, closing parenthesis, falling through golden September air. Pause. Can you feel that moment? The dizzy weightlessness, the certainty that this falling, lower is really the earth, rising. Pause to 8 seconds with subtle falling sensation vocal tone. It lands, not with a thud, but with a question. Left ear whisper, what if I forget how to grow? Right ear answer, the soil answers by holding it close. The winter answers by giving it time to remember, and when spring comes, pause. The first green shoot emerges, not upward, pause, but inward, curving back toward its own center. A living ulbos, Pause to 12 seconds with growing vibration effect. This is why, reverent whisper. The lute's music always felt like returning. Why the bard's fingers found home on its strings. Every song it ever played, pause, was just the tree. Remembering how to reach, while staying rooted, When the lute sleeps, pause, it dreams of being. Right ear, a spider's web strung with morning dew. Left ear, a willow's branches trailing through river currents. Right ear, the rigging of a ship sailing to a land without shadows. Voice surrounds, and sometimes pause. It dreams of being, slowly, a child's hands, cupped around a fledgling fallen from its nest. Feeling that tiny heartbeat, pause, fluttering. Like a triplet against the staff paper of its palms. Pause to 15 seconds with feather-soft breathing sounds. This is the secret the mushrooms know, that every instrument, pause, is just something learning how to hold. Beyond the 7th mushroom ring, right ear, where the notes grow lighter than air, left ear, there lies a valley, pause, where upping casts a shadow, right ear, because the light comes from within things. The grass glows like emerald-stained glass, left ear. The river sings lullabies in a language of ripples, right ear, and the stones. Pause. Oh, the stones remember every version of this story. Pause to 15 seconds with crystalline humming. When you step there, left ear, your footsteps bloom into musical phrases. A minor third where you hesitated, right ear. A perfect fifth where you twirled just to feel the air, left ear. And your shadow, whispered revelation. It waits for you back at the edge. Not as a dark shape, pause, but as a rest. A whole note, saying, breath, take your time. I'll keep your place. The web understands, right ear. What even the bard forgot, that the spaces between notes, left ear, are where the magic lives. Demonstrate, listen, pluck, a string. High pitch, silence, pause. Pluck again, low pitch. That gap, pause. That's where the web spins its golden ratios. Right ear, each dewdrop placed, left ear, exactly where the melody will meet it. Pause to 20 seconds with gradual web vibration sounds, the secret. Smile and voice, the web isn't catching music. Softest whisper, it's weaving time, stretching the good notes longer. Folding the sad ones into something softer, Pause, you're breathing now, is the most beautiful, unfinished composition. And now, pause, the most magical truth of all, This story was never about the lute, right ear, nor the bard, left ear, nor even you listening, center whisper. but about the space between that sacred silence, pause, where one breath becomes another, where an ending, soft gasp, becomes a beginning folded inside out, Pause 30 seconds with expanding, contracting tones. The mushrooms were right all along. There are no true endings. Only pause. Perfect places to rest. Like the fermata over a lullaby's final note, hold. Pause. Until even memory, pause. Blossoms into dreaming, She the lute is yours now, not in your hands. Right ear, but in your heartbeat, left ear. That steady rhythm, pause. Pause. The original song, play it. Gently, Play it without trying, let it become, pause. The sound of roots drinking moonlight. The whisper of pages turning in a book no one wrote. Infinite pause, ambient sounds continue. And when you wake, you'll remember, or you won't. A soft smile and voice, both are perfect. Both are music. N-O cosmic pause. The lute's final secret unfolds. Not in the telling, right ear, but in the listening. Left ear. Each vibration from its strings, pause. Still traveling outward through the velvet fabric of space. That high C you heard earlier, smile and voice, it just reached Alpha Centauri, making an alien child rub sleepy eyes and wonder about earthbound bards. Pause to 20 seconds with interstellar radio wave sounds. The mushrooms have grown into constellations now, their glowing caps forming, pause. A treble clef across the Milky Way, and the bard. Oh, he's everywhere now. The hum of city power lines at 3 mm. The sigh of redwoods exchanging nutrients underground, The rhythm of your eyelids fluttering in dream space. Ultra slow whisper, you've become part of the song, and the song has become the spaces between your thoughts. When you wake, you'll find, pause, one maple seed, balanced impossibly, on your WIND silo, its papery wing. Pause, tuned to perfect at 432, leave it there. Let it teach the dawn how to hum. And so, pause, the circle completes. The bard opens eyes that remember centuries. The lute strings hum with dawn's first light. The fire sighs into embers that will glow again tonight, Pause, 15 seconds, birdsong gradually emerging. But you, tender whisper, you're neither waking nor dreaming now, but floating in that golden space between, where all stories are born. Feel it? Pause, that gentle tug, like a lute string vibrating, and some half-remembered yesterday. The maple seed on your WINDOSIL, leads, pause. Not from when, but because somewhere, a new bard just plucked the first note, of your story, and this time, smile and voice, you're the magic. You're the forgotten melody, You're the dream the world is humming. Pause to 20 seconds, heartbeat slowing into sunrise. No need to remember. The music remembers you. Always. Deep in the forest where time moves differently, The trees still hum that forgotten melody, Their roots tracing the shape of the notes in the dark earth, Pause to 10 seconds, distant owl hooting. One ancient oak keeps the rhythm, its hollow trunk echoing with every heartbeat, while young saplings sway. Learning the chorus, whispered secret, the mushrooms glow brightest when they hear someone else begin to remember. Perhaps tonight, pause. You'll dream of callous fingers, brushing unfamiliar strings, the wood worn. Pause, alive beneath your touch. And when you wake, there will be, pause, a single golden leaf, resting where no tree grows, no explanation, only a melody dot dot pause. Humming just beneath your thoughts. The first bard dot dot pause never truly existed, and the last bard dot dot pause will never stop playing. You are both dot dot pause, and neither, simply the space dot dot pause, where the music pauses to take a breath dot 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 before dot dot dot. Final whisper, beginning again. Centuries pass dot dot pause, pause, kingdoms rise and fall. Stars are born and fade to dust, yet still dot dot pause. In some quiet corner of the world, when the fire burns low and the night grows deep, a traveler pauses, rustling of cloth. Their fingers brush worn wood, soft lute pluck, and the old melody begins again, not quite the same dot dot pause. For each bard adds their own sorrow, their own joy dot dot their own silences. Pause, 15 seconds, crackling fire sounds, the strings remember. Whispered revelation, even when the players forget. Perhaps you've wondered dot dot pause, where you appear in this endless story. Look closer at the lute's wood grain dot dot. Pause. There, that faint shimmer, that's the night you listened dot dot. Your attention dot dot, your breath. Forever part of its making, soft smile and voice. The song needed your silence as much as it needed the notes. Not because the story ends, but because it's time, pause, for you to become the next note dot dot dot, the next rest dot dot, the next pair of hands. Cradling the mystery, final whisper, barely audible. The lute is yours now. Years turn like pages dot dot pause. The old bard's bones become forest roots. His cloak becomes a nest for wrens. But the lute dot dot taut, soft pluck of a string, it never stops wandering. One rainy evening dot dot, sound of gentle rainfall. A child finds it in the hollow of a lightning-struck oak. Small hands dot dot dot, pause. Too young for calluses. Touch the strings with wonder. Pause to 12 seconds, distant thunder, and the melody that comes forth is both ancient dot dot pause and completely new. Now the forest remembers, the child remembers, the rain remembers. Each drop dot dot pause, a tiny mirror, reflecting the song dot dot, even the stars. Pause, pause, hum along. In frequencies dot dot dot, only stones can hear dot dot. Pause to 15 seconds, cosmic harmonic tones, and you, tender whisper, you remember too. Not with your mind, but with your bones dot dot dot. So rest now dot dot pause, let the story dot dot carry you. Not toward an ending, pause, but toward the next beginning. Wherever you go dot dot pause, however you dream. The music dot dot dot, final whisper, will always find you. The secret no bard ever spoke dot dot is that the lute, pause, was never the source, only the vessel. For your attention dot dot, your breath, your quiet moments. Pause to 15 seconds, cricket song, that maple seed from long ago. It grew into a tree whose leaves dot dot dot, pause. Make sheet music when they fall. So close your eyes, pause, not to sleep, but to listen deeper to the song dot 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 that was here. Before stories began, final whisper, barely formed. It remembers you too dot dot. One autumn evening, rustle of falling leaves. When the air smells of wood smoke and apples dot dot. The lute appears on your doorstep dot dot. Not old dot dot pause. Not new dot dot but waiting dot dot. Your hands dot dot pause. Though they've never held an instrument, know exactly where to rest. Pause to 12 seconds, the sound of a single string vibrating, and the song that emerges. Whispered revelation is the one you've been humming dot dot all your life. Without realizing, the fire that once burned low now flickers in your hearth dot dot. The bard's cloak dot dot now warms your shoulders. Every version of this story, pause, was leading here. To this moment, to your fingers on these strings. Pause to 15 seconds, the sound of pages turning in an unseen book. The trees outside. They've heard this song before, but never. Smile and voice. Played quite like this. Play now, pause. Not to continue the story, but because pause. You are the story, the lute, the bard. The listener, all one, pause. All eternal. Final whisper, blending into string vibration. The circle was never broken.